Morning. Have you ever noticed anybody judging you? But of course, you've never judged anybody. I see somebody way out there on a paddleboard, going very gently. I don't know if you hear the music in the background. There's just about 300 or 400 yards north of us here. There's an incredible loud party going on. I heard it since about 4 o'clock, 4:15. Amazing how much volume. And I can't judge them. Who knows what their background is, what their stories are. That's the big word today in St. Paul's reading, don't judge me. Don't judge me for good, don't call me a saint, and don't judge me as evil. The amazing mystery of the human being that's outside of our scope to evaluate. The behavior of a child. It's a big responsibility for parents, and they have big educational responsibility to help the child, to protect the child from influences that are bad for the child. And yet the parents are also before a mystery, a life that is beginning to bud. That's how small these trees were before. That small. Taking care of new life budding. In a certain sense, we're all budding for eternal glory. And we can have great concern and passion for everybody. But judging people is not our business. Judging people is much more and only God's business. Thanks be to God. Do not judge me before the time. We have some nice figs over there on the tree, but they're not ripening at all. And our gardener said that it's a problem with a lot of figs around here in the area. I must say I didn't check them for about 5 or 6 days, but I'm really reluctant to go and check them anymore. Normally the ones the way they have grown would be ripe in a few days, but they're not ripening for some reason. Don't judge us before the time. And it's wonderful to be in the company of people who are a blessing for us. But don't judge them. Only God knows the motives of the heart, knows the intensity of the virtue of the response to His grace. Only God knows the grace given. Don't judge before the time. And the psalm is so beautiful in that way, how God provides. When Jesus is defending the disciples for their way of religious life, and he uses this image that's very biblical. Can the guests fast while the bridegroom is there, while the wedding is going on? No way. They're there to celebrate. In a certain sense, and Jesus defending their behavior in his presence, but he's using imagery that's incredibly powerful. In that case, actually, like many other different examples, when Jesus says he's the son of David, or Moses gave you these laws, but I tell you, here we have another glimpse of that he's fulfilling that great relationship promised. The chosen people are God's bride. And now that the Word is incarnate, that marriage feast is just beginning. But then there will be days for fasting. They will come. And there's also the great meaning of marriage as a reflection of that relationship between God and his people. Christ and his bride, the church. When I was just setting up this morning for the live stream, I noticed that there was a post came across the screen that one of the most famous characters of Game of Thrones, which I've never seen and don't know much what it's about, but he just got married. Apparently it was a very simple marriage in a church in Ireland. And this has made a little bit of waves because apparently this character is a very rough character in the plot, but he had a very simple wedding with prayer and just simple family celebration. In real life, married love is a reflection of that mystery of Christ and the church, with all its challenges and tensions and difficulties, but it has extraordinary value and worth, a wellspring of that relationship between God and the church. Most of you hung in there, that's great. I think you should be okay with the connection now. I turned off the Wi-Fi. I had forgotten to do it. That happens to me sometimes. I'm not 100% when I start out in the day. Oh, a fish just jumped here. So people, greetings from the Sea of Galilee this morning. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your marriages. And especially your capacity to judge, which God has given us, is not to be used on the moral value of other people. We have to have a great respect before that sanctuary of the Lord that's each person. See you later, alligators.